गांव में लड़कियों को नहीं पढ़ाया जाता था। मैंने काफ़ी प्रयास किया है लड़कियों को पढ़ाने के लिए।
I withdrew many children from work and enrolled them into school. I refused to get married at 12 and saved myself from getting ruined. I saved many of my childhood friends from getting married as well.
हमें बहुत दिक्कत होती थी स्कूल जाने में।
There weren't any separate toilets for girls at our school. As a result, most of the girls were dropping out from school after 5th standard because our parents did not allow continuing education. Together, we raised our concern and got separate toilets made. Now all of us are at school. They all belong to a nation where 72% population is rural. They are the future torchbearers of a nation that is growing at 9%. These children are the seeds of transformation. They are the catalysts of change that would usher the nation on the trajectory of growth. On their tender shoulder lies the responsibility of transforming the nation. The society has not been able to uphold the rights of millions of children. The scenario certainly is not promising at the moment. And uplifting the children in rural India is a daunting task that confronts the nation. It leaves a lot of ground to cover and improve the condition of children of rural India, who behold the potential to transform the nation. It was indeed the most critical need of the hour for the rescue of the children, the future of our nation. In 1980, a ray of hope emerged as Bachpan Bachao Andolan, or Save the Childhood movement. This began in India as the first civil society initiative against child slavery and education for all children, led by Kailash Satyarthi. The root cause of child labour is poverty and illiteracy. Inadequate facilities of education at villages, coupled up with lack of government welfare schemes and gender biases, set in grave hopelessness and social insecurity in children and rural adults. Bachpan Bachao Andolan diagnosed the major problem and decided to address it aggressively.
We realized that we have to solve this problem right at the source. And the villages are the source of the problem of child labor. Unfortunately, 70% of child labor workforce come from villages. They live in the villages and work in the agriculture setup. So we decided to create an environment where all children are withdrawn from child labor, all children are attending schools, the children have their own voices, and finally, their voices are heard by the authorities.
Bal Mitra Gram, or child-friendly village, provides to the children a platform for a new world of limitless opportunities with increased awareness, participation for collective growth by getting access to compulsory education and associated infrastructure. But it is not so easy a task due to age-old customs, barriers and rigidity. This step involves initiating a dialogue with the parents who are completely averse to sending their already employed children to school.
मैं यहाँ विराटनगर से आया हूँ बचपन बचाओ आंदोलन बाल आश्रम से। इस गांव में हम बाल मित्र ग्राम योजना शुरू करना चाहते हैं। तो उसके लिए हम सर्वे कर रहे हैं इस गांव का। तो मैं आपसे कुछ बातें पूछूंगा, वो बताना। ठीक है दादाजी? हाँ, पूछो।
Bringing the child to school is the primitive step. The second step of this mission is the constitution of a Bal Panchayat, which is children's parliament at a village level. It is the child's first step towards child rights. At Bal Panchayat, that is the children's parliament, children democratically elect their representatives to raise their voice, their concerns, in front of the Gram Panchayat, which is the village's own parliament headed by veteran adults of the village. Bal Panchayat also gets due recognition from village Panchayat. Members of Gram Panchayat regularly participate in the meetings convened by Bal Panchayat and address the concerns of children.
हमारे गांव में हेड पंप नहीं है, तो हमारे गांव का आदमी काफ़ी दूर जाते हैं पानी भरने के लिए, तो हमें सर पे पानी लाते तो हमें काफ़ी कठिनाई पड़ती है रास्ते में, इसलिए हमारे गांव में हेड पंप लगाया जाए ताकि सारे आदमी को पानी का सुविधा हो जाए। इसका प्रस्ताव देंगे सरपंच साहब से, इस बात की दरखास्त देंगे सर।
जो भी बच्चों की जो पंचायत होती है बाल आश्रम में, वो हमारी ग्राम पंचायत में जाके हमारे को बताते हैं, उसका काम पूर्ण करते हैं। हेड पंप की ज़रूरत होती है हेड पंप लगवाते हैं, बिजली की ज़रूरत होती है तो हम बिजली लगवाते हैं। उनकी जो भी अच्छा अनुसार काम मांगते हैं वो उनको उपलब्ध करवा देते हैं हम।
Bal Panchayat not only spreads awareness about child rights, but also gets due help and assistance from respective authorities. They discussed like school building, facilities of potable water, school teachers, playgrounds and many more. Members of Children's Parliament also survey the houses to ensure that there is no one else bereft of education. They help to rescue children trapped in child labour and also help in stopping child marriages. Members of Children's Parliament also ensure that once children are enrolled in schools, they are retained throughout for completing their education. At Bal Mitra Gram, or child-friendly village, the children contribute in the holistic progress of the village by becoming developmental stakeholders of Children's Parliament. Members of Bal Panchayats in various villages then congregate and constitute the apex body called Maha Panchayat at national level.
मैं एक राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हूँ और अपने गांव में भी मैं बाल प्रधान हूँ। और मेरे गांव में जब BMG नहीं था तो हमारे गांव में सब बच्चे मतलब हम सोचते थे कि क्या करें ऐसा कि बच्चे जो सभी स्कूल जाएं, और BMG जो है एक सहारा देने के समान हमारे काम आया।
Bal Mitra Gram's major components are the democratization of Panchayat, child participation. It also gives the legal awareness about child rights. Bal Mitra Gram works relentlessly against gender inequalities. It also inculcates the most important and valuable qualities of leadership. Today in India, there exist more than 275 child-friendly villages. More than 100 are on the path to becoming child-friendly. The BBA or Bachpan Bachao Andolan is working across India to save children from the clutches of child labour by bringing them under the ambit of self-governance and contributing to the overall development of the nation.
There is very least consciousness towards child rights in our society and particularly in villages. So the child-friendly village program is to create that consciousness of child participation, child leadership and child rights.
Bal Mitra Gram is an initiative that confers calculated responsibility and child rights at the grassroots level at the villages, instilling impeccable governance for the children, by the children. Abigail Van Buren had once said that if you want children to keep their feet on the ground, put some responsibility on their shoulders.